Oh no, it's Mark! Hey, what's up guys, it's Mark Yoon, and today I'm here with another episode review. I am reviewing episode 102 of Dragon Ball Super. The Power of Love Explodes. Universe 2's Little Witch Warriors, aka Sailor Moon. This week's episode was pretty much just Sailor Moon. Alright, let's get into it. So, we have the three girls from Universe 2, the witches, and they're about to face off against our heroes, and they're going to transform, and everyone's hyping it up, and it's pure Sailor Moon Magic Girl parody transformation. They even do like the hands in the air, like Serena used to use her wand, her crescent moon wand, I think it was called, and they all begin to transform. The funny part, I mean, like it's clearly a parody because they're pretty cute before. Well, actually, the wild girl, I forget what her name is, Kakusna, she transforms and she looks pretty cool. But we get Brienne, which was like the leader, and when she transforms into like this fatty. She just looks like a fat gumball. But so you can tell it's a parody because usually in those magical girl transformations they turn in like cute sailors or like stuff like that. So it's clearly like Bird Studios or Toriyama parodying, which I'm fine with. It's pretty funny. It's all good fun. So they're going to transform, and Android 17 blasts them and stops them mid-transformation, which is also pretty funny because that's another parody of itself. Because in these shonen anime, usually the enemies like just let their enemies transform, which is hilarious. Because in real fight, you pretty much want to take them out while they're weak, because that's when they're at their weakest, when they're transforming. People always talk about Dragon Ball, like, well, how come before Cell, like, Vegeta let Cell reach his final transformation, yada yada yada, it goes on and on and on. But, so Goku, and along with Toppo and Hellas, the god of Universe 2, they're all chastising 17 pretty much for interrupting a transformation, and then they're allowed to continue, and they transform. Nothing too unique about it. The wild girl has, like, different clothes, Kakusna, and she looks pretty cool. Nothing really of note there. It's just they transform and they look a little bit different. But anyway, so we start off with there's like these exploding hearts that Brienne, or now her name's like Rib Brienne, or just like fatty. So she sends out these this giant heart, and she starts like chopping it and sending like little heart explosions everywhere. And apparently they're filled with like pheromones or some kind of like I think Hellas calls it sweet aroma. So it fills like the arena, and a lot of the people are falling for it, and they're like being enticed by it. Of course, Universe 7 really doesn't really care, and actually Master Roshi shows that his training paid off, and he just jumps on top of this rock and proclaims that like it paid off because he's not affected by it. Vegeta starts to fight Ribrianne, and it seems like it's like going to be a fight, but then she does this like wheel move where she like turns into a ball of fire pretty much, and she starts like Sonic the Hedgehog's at him, and Vegeta like is about to punch her. His fist is right here, but her face is like really grotesque looking, and Vegeta literally says, he just dodges out of the way and says, "I instinctively dodged because it was so gross," which I thought was pretty funny because that's probably what we're all thinking. And so that's the end of that. Like, he just like dodges out of the way. And then like 17 is like playing around with the wild girl, with Kakusna, and he's not really like taking her seriously, and he does almost knock her off the ring, but she gets saved by the winged girl, Vikal, and she gets sent flying back and like knocks 17 on the ground. 17, I wouldn't say playing possum, but he's just like not taking it seriously at all. He's like just cool, calm, and collected, has the same straight face he always has. and 18 kind of chastises him for being knocked over, and he tells her, well, I let my guard down because she reminded me of the animals on the island I was protecting. But with that, quick flash and in a hurry, he takes her out, and then he also takes Vakal out. He takes Vakal out first, actually. He does this really cool thing where he jumps to the top of the mountain, just like goes right to her and like takes her out, like right near where Hellas and all them are, and she's unable to fight. She's knocked out, so Vakal's done. And the fight's actually like not that lackluster. It's pretty fun. He puts up like a barrier when she comes at him, and it sends her like flying, and it seems like she thinks that like it's going fine, but he sends her towards this giant ball of energy, this ball of light that he had previous attack set up for, and he's set up there waiting for her with a key blast in hand, and then he just like blasted her out of the sky, and she's out of the ring. Not much more to say about that. That pretty much covers the entire episode already. I know it's a short video this week, but we'll go into a few things. So at the end of the episode, just like Rib Brienne like getting powered up and being angry and getting serious, and then facing off against 17 as the end card. It's a pretty cool looking end card. I've already seen like a lot of people making comments saying like, oh, this isn't Dragon Ball that we know, what's all this hearts and stuff like that. Dragon Ball started as a parody anime. Like, it was parodying Journey to the West when it was created. 90% of the characters that were in Dragon Ball were from Journey to the West. So it's not like Akira Toriyama came up with these characters or ideas or created them. He just like spoofed them. So Dragon Ball actually started as a spoof genre. And even though it led to like the big fighting shonen animes that we've seen today, like Dragon Ball Z was even a parody. So this is just like going along the same thing. Like, it's parodying the Magical Girl series. It's not just Sailor Moon. There's actually a big genre called Magical Girl, and it's similar to shonen. I mean, it's for girls. I forget what it's called, but it follows a same like formulaic like pattern, just like shonen does, and that's what this was making fun of here. Like the transforming and the hearts and beating everything with love and friendship, and so it's very like Sailor Moon-esque. So to be honest, in my rating, I was like watching the episode and I was kind of bored. I was actually going to give it a 6, but my final grade is going to be an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 because this episode wasn't for me, and just because I didn't find it funny or that enticing. 17, first of all, is like one of my favorite characters in Dragon Ball, so he really helped boost my score probably by an entire point. And then the other point was remembering that this is like a review for you guys who may like it, not for myself. So I understand where it was coming from, and I got it. It was funny and it was entertaining, but it's not an episode that I would like put on when I'm bored, like when I have the box set. You know, I'm not just gonna be like, oh, I really want to go watch that Magical Girl episode, so I'm not really gonna run to my DVD collection to pop on episode 102. But that being said, it was pretty entertaining. The animation was pretty good. There was a lot of cool fight scenes. At least like we saw a lot of different techniques being utilized, and we got to see 17 like kick some ass, which was really awesome. Yeah, but besides that, there's not much else to go over. I hope you liked the video. If you did, drop a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, guys, stay powered up. Peace.